The club's final begins with Bulgaria's Katrin TASEVA, 7th strongest in the qualification process with 25.5. She was 0.2 up on that in the all-around final. It's very much her signature apparatus. Quite a performance from Katrin TASEVA. Bulgaria already having qualified 2 gymnasts to the Olympic Games. They will be waiting and hoping to cheer her on. Well-controlled trap of the apparatus at the conclusion of the routine. It's a difficult skill that's made to look so very easy. It's been an emotional championships, hasn't it? Nothing like live sport. Oh, there's nothing like that. Score 27.5. That's a jump of 2 marks from qualification for TASEVA. Linoy ASHRAM of Israel, the 5th strongest in qualifying.
I told you, love yourself. Get up and dance.
We've got ourselves a clubs final going on here. The European Games champion with the clubs. It is good fun, isn't it? So good at keeping a line established during those pivots. Trap underfoot after the walkover is a really nice touch. It is 28.5 for Linoy ASHRAM. And she goes into the gold medal position. That's a massive score from her. Even improving upon her performance in the all-around final. Well, when you're talking about competitors who deliver with the clubs in hand, Sofia Raffaeli must be in the conversation. 8th in the all-around competition, the 16-year-old, and she won club silver in the World Cup in Sofia. This is an exquisite routine. Sometimes when you watch a gymnast, you don't watch them for now, you watch them for several years down the line. And what you see is very exciting. This is a gymnast with bags of potential, with style, with flair, with creativity. She's a conscientious, diligent athlete. She talked with great respect about Milena Baldassari, her teammate, and thanked her and thanked her coaches for helping her be ready for this occasion. Oh, the expressivity in her work. And as time goes on, she's going to get used to these kind of occasions. She is still just under a week away from turning 17. And like so many of the new seniors, she had that hugely disrupted first senior year. Very difficult for any athlete making their way through from the junior ranks. 24.3 for RAFFAELI, currently in the bronze medal position. Let's see where that conversation goes in years to come. She's made her mark at these championships. You don't always make your impact solely on the podium. A gymnast who has made her mark on the podium today is Anastasiia SALOS of Belarus. Second strongest performer in qualification with 27.2. Very stylish gymnastics from SALOS.
Anastasiia SALOS of Belarus.
A fine day for her already.
Was born in Russia.
Let's have a look back at the choreography of this inspired routine from SALOS. She's one of the gymnasts who completely rebuilt all of her routines during the postponement of competition. Went back and studied an awful lot of past rhythmic gymnastics routines and rather asked herself the question, what do I want my gymnastics to be? And has reconstructed from there. And the impact is a gymnast who seems to suit her routine so well and who seems to love performing her routines. I don't think there's ever been such an atmosphere whilst waiting for results to come in as SALOS goes into the silver medal position, and the impact of just having people choose their own music, absolutely brilliant. It really has worked. 27.8 for SALOS was the number. It's nice to see athletes enjoying themselves when things have been so stressful. Boryana KALEYN, sixth strongest in qualification, the all-around silver medalist from yesterday. That's just enormous fun, isn't it, as a routine? It really is joyously toe-tapping to watch. The reigning national champion in this country. So many friends and family supporting the home gymnasts. Now, KALEYN's performance in the all-around was well up from qualification. Lovely attitude pirouette in the derrière position. Little trouble, more than a little trouble coming out of the scale. No issues with her fouette turns. Some of the finest fouettes of the day. Did have something of a lunge though, didn't she, coming out of the attitude into the side scale. But even with a moment like that, Boryana KALEYN manages to make it look like it's all part of the performance and part of the choreography. Dream come true as weekends go. This has been a big one for her. It is her final performance of the competition. The last time we'll see her, and she goes into the bronze medal position with 27.775. A fond farewell to Boryana KALEYN, the all-around silver medalist. Dina AVERINA, who's having a splendid apparatus finals day. Can she make it 3 out of 3? Top qualifier. This really is some club's final. In the all-around competition, she lost control of the apparatus at one point. Didn't seem to be the case here. The score in qualifying, 28.7. It was a 27.5 in the all-around final. Reigning world champion with the clubs. establishes her scales with such authority. What a day they've been enjoying watching her. Didn't have too bad a day yesterday either, did they? .5 is the leading score. Linoy ASHRAM. 27.8 is Anastasiia SALOS. 27.775 is Boryana KALEYN. Almost. She knew. 28.2 for Dina AVERINA. Linoy ASHRAM holds on. Three-tenths, that's all. 3/10. Difficulty for Dina AVERINA, down by half a mark from qualification. It's Linoy ASHRAM in the lead. It will be the first event not won by the Russian Federation. Viktoriia ONOPRIIENKO of Ukraine, 8th strongest in qualification. The 17-year-old from Kiev, very warmly received by the crowd in Varna. Best work has been with the clubs in World Cup competition. And we know that she shares a similar taste in music to many of the competitors. Really attacks her leaps with extraordinary vigour. Little adjustments. 26.2 for ONOPRIIENKO. No wonder they're pleased about that. She's up from a qualification by almost a full mark. Well up from the all-around final as well. That's a fine conclusion to her club's competition and indeed to her championships. So then we have one last competitor. We know that it will not be a Russian victory. That itself is something extraordinary. Recently, we've had some wonderful battles between Linoy ASHRAM and Alina HARNASKO. Is this to be another of them? The third strongest in qualification.
Cette nuit, intenable insomnie, la folie me guette. Je suis seul que je fuis. Elle me dit, tu peux rater des lits, quoi qu'il advienne, le train ne s'échappe. Je veux mes nuits à la symphonie et au blasphème.
Fascinating conclusion to this club's final. What a reaction from Alina HARNASKO at the end of the routine as well. What kind of number will it post? 27.1 in qualification, 26.5 in the all-around final. ASHRAM leads, then Dina AVERINA, then SALOS. Such an agonizing moment for HARNASKO. Almost had the apparatus. That moment to one side. It was, as ever with her, a performance that was memorable, that was stylish, that was full of finesse. You couldn't blame any of these competitors if they were feeling some competition fatigue after the amount, not just they've done here, but the World Cup's also close together. It's been a lot for them. 26.5 for Alina HARNASKO, 6th position for her. And we have ourselves an absolutely history-making moment. Linoy ASHRAM